This is the final case in Oddities October. Hi, I'm your host, Angelina Wilson. This is the case of Glen and Bessie Hyde. They were newlyweds when they were trying to run the rapids of the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon, Arizona in 1928. Had they run the river, Bessie would have been the first female in history to do it. Glen Rollin Hyde was born December 9, 1898, and was a farmer from Twin Falls, Idaho. Bessie Louise Haley was born December 29, 1905, was a divorcee originally from Parkersburg, West Virginia. The couple first met in 1927 on a passenger ship traveling to Los Angeles and married April 10, 1928, the day after Bessie's divorce from her first husband was finalized. Glen had some experience with river running, having traveled the Salmon and Snake Rivers in Idaho with Cap Gulke, an experienced river runner, in 1926. Bessie was more of a novice. In October 1928, the Hydes went to Green River, Utah, where Hyde built his own boat, a 20-foot wooden sweep scow, the type used by river runners of the time in Idaho. The couple set off down the canyons of the Green and Colorado rivers on October 20th, 1928, as a honeymoon adventure trip. Glen wanted to set a new speed record for traveling through the Grand Canyon, while also putting Bessie in the record books as first documented woman to run the canyon. They were last seen on Sunday, November 18, 1928, when they boated away downriver below Hermit Rapid. The couple had hiked Bright Angel Trail out of the canyon to resupply a few days earlier. At the south rim, they approached photographer Emery Kolb at his studio and home on the canyon rim, where they were photographed before returning down into the canyon. Some Colorado River historians, such as Otis R. Marston, note that Adolph G. Sutro rode the Phantom Ranch to Hermit Rapids with them in the scow. The Sutro reference regarding riding with the Hydes for one day and possibly being the last person to see them, specifically mentioned in a Ken Burns PBS documentary about the national parks, and in a book written by Marston. A search was launched by Glen's father, Rollin, even before the couple were to be considered overdue at Needles, California, on December 6, 1928. On December 19th, a search plane spotted their scow adrift around River Mile 237. It was upright and fully intact, with the supplies still strapped in. A camera recovered from the boat by Emery and Ellsworth Kolb revealed the final photo to have been taken near the river, mile 165, probably on or about November 27th. The search uncovered evidence to indicate the couple made it as far as River Mile 226, Diamond Creek, where it is believed they made camp. Bessie noted in her journal that they had cleared 231 Mile Rapid. Historian Otis R. Marsden made a compelling case that the couple were most likely swept out of the boat when their scow hit submerged rocks in the heavy rapids near Mile 232. In describing the event, pieces of granite wall lie submerged where they have damaged, snared, or capsized more boats than any other location in the canyon. No trace of the Hydes were found. The romance of the story, coupled with the lack of evidence, has led this story to become just take on a life of its own, really. Um, and there are urban legends about the case. Um, Listen to this one. An elderly woman on a commercial Grand Canyon rafting trip in 1971 announced to other rafters that she was Bessie Hyde and that she had stabbed her abusive husband to death and escaped the canyon on her own. This was unlike what was known of Glen Hyde. The woman later recanted this story. There was some speculation after the death of famed rafter Georgie Clark in May of 1992 that she was really Bessie Hyde, due to some documents and a pistol found in her effects after her death, but no conclusive evidence for such a link was ever found, not to mention that Clark's early life was well documented. The skeletal remains of a young male found on the canyon rim in 1976 with a bullet inside the skull was later proven not to be those of Glen Hyde. Suspicion had turned to the photographer Emery Kolb because the remains were discovered on his property. Huh. Um, One theory suggests that Glen was an abusive husband whose prolonged exposure to the extreme conditions of the canyon heightened his nasty behavior. It is speculated by some people that Bessie grew tired of the rough treatment of her new husband and murdered him and hiked out of the canyon to start a new life. Many of Glen's friends and family members discounted this theory, however, stating that he was not an abusive person, that he dearly loved Bessie. Another story supports the speculation that Bessie shot and killed Glen because of his abusive tendencies. Some friends of Georgie Clark, a woman who gained notoriety for her rafting adventures in the Grand Canyon, speculate that she was Bessie Hyde. Again, we talked about this earlier. Conversations about Clark's connections to Bessie started when friends perusing her personal items following her death in 1992. People who had known her for decades had never been invited inside her home. Upon looking at Clark's personal effects, her friends learned that her birth certificate indicated that her real name was Bessie DeRoss, not Georgie Clark or Georgie White, which was another surname she sometimes used. The latter two were the last names of husbands she had divorced. Her friends' curiosity was further piqued when they found the marriage license of Glen and Bessie Hyde at her home, and a pistol in her lingerie drawer. Colorado River historian Brad Dymock, whose book Sunk Without a Sound, The Tragic Colorado River Honeymoon of Glen and Bessie Hyde, investigates the couple's story and the subsequent theory. He does not believe they were the same person. Somebody who wrote a biography about the woman also believes not the same person. Here's another theory. Many historians surmise that another theory likely describes what happened. That they accidentally drowned in the Colorado River, according to historians. Mile 232 Rapid was not well known and was not charted in 1928, yet is regarded as one of the most brutal areas of the river. In the 1970s, two additional stories surfaced regarding Bessie Hyde. In 1971, an elderly woman, The guide told about the woman's claims to be Bessie, and researchers looked into the story. They determined that though the woman resembled Bessie with her features and her height, she was a retired psychologist who liked to tell tales, but it could not be proven without a doubt. Um, so, it's kind of up to you to decide. Um, what you think happened there. I think that's a great one to end Oddities October with because it, excuse me, it shows, sorry, because it is so creepy. This was also an Unsolved Mysteries. I'll try to link that. I gotta remember to link a lot of things. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Please check out all my social media links in the description and my Temu affiliate link. And please use that if you use Temu. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you next time here on Kid Missing TV. Bye, guys. Mwah. Bless you.